Hi stamping friends, it's Marilyn with Stamping Creations with Marilyn, here to share another video of card making with you. As you can see, this is the card that I will be demoing today. Love, love, love the lovely lipstick foil that we can now get 2019 Sale-A-Bration. The foil comes in a package with 4 sheets of lovely lipstick and 4 sheets of Grapefruit Grove, which is one of the new colors. It is kind of an iridescent finish to it, and they're very bright until we actually put an embossing folder like this to kind of tone it down a little bit. So today this card I have made with using, get ready, here's the bright lovely lipstick, Whisper White cardstock, embossed the foil with the quilt top embossing folder, which I will show you running through the big shot shortly, and stamping the greeting Celebrate Your Day, which is from another Sale-A-Bration set, Hello Cupcake. And on the inside of that card, I used a third Sale-A-Bration item, the stamp set called Part of My Story. Some great sayings in that set as well. So kind of a Sale-A-Bration card happening here. Cut out Celebrate Your Day with one of these amazing rectangle stitch framelits that we now have. And the heart I used from the Sunshine Wishes framelit set. So all of those are going to be happening. So let's get started. I like to recently have discovered that if I fold my card and use the bone folder, fold my card base and use the bone folder on my piercing mat, the fold seems to stay much better. As you can see, it stays put. Sorry for the shadows, still trying to work on this new camera stand that I have. So folded that, I will again use the piercing mat as my base to stamp my greeting in the lovely lipstick coordinating ink. Have discovered on these new ink pads, if you have trouble opening them, you can push on the back end and they will pop open. So to stamp that just far enough in that I can use the framelit around it. And I will also at the same time be able to get the heart out of this piece of cardstock. So my framelit is going to go there, and the heart over the top. So I will bring my big shot in. We will do the embossing on here, and we will also do the cutting out of these pieces. So the embossing first, and I tend to, let's see which way I can do that so you can see it. I like to keep a set of plates for my big shot. One for this embossing so that I do not have lots of ridges and markings on it, and it will not transfer to my cardstock. Oh, I can see that's not very good because it shakes the camera. But just to show you how that comes out. And then for the cutting, as you can see, my plates are pretty well worn. I haven't so far worried about getting that those marks off of there. I just keep using them until they get so warped I can't use them anymore. So by using that piece of cardstock for both, I can do the cutting of both pieces at the same time. And something that's really good with these framelits, as you can see, there's an outside edge that is stitched as well as the inside edge is stitched. So a great addition to our crafting there. And just use a little bit of extra poking to get this heart out. And there we go. We are set to put everything together. I have the card, I have the bright, and my pieces. So, to put that together, I use Snail. But before I do that, I will stamp the inside of the card. Okay, so to stamp the inside, I like to do all my stamping before I put my cards together. I have one of the new cling mount stamps, which is new in 2019 to Stampin' Up. And as you can see, it is labeled that way. They are made so much better to have the labels on them like this so that you can read them, but they do end up being really sticky, so you're afraid they're going to stick to the back of the case. In this particular one, I have saved the mounting pieces that come with it to put on there to keep it in line. But recently I have watched a few videos, and some of the ladies are putting a piece of washi tape just on the edge like that so you can pick it up easier. It still sticks really well. So I'm going to try that on this one. So I'm going to move that over so you can see it. Try and do my stamping as straight as possible. And one of the reasons why I do my stamping first is I can always have a do-over. So there's the inside of my card. I'm now going to mount this with Snail on the front of the card base. Doesn't matter whether it's this way up or the other way up. And again, just trying to line it up without getting my head in the way there. I like to burnish it on the back side. I will use dimensionals to pop this up. But while I'm going to do that, I'm going to use, you can see my nifty little holder. Move it somewhere where you can. Holder made by a friend of mine here in Spruce Grove, and it holds the Tombow glue upside down so that when you go to use it like this, it's right there and ready. So don't need a lot, just put a few dots here and there around it. I'm going to let it sit for a few minutes to semi-dry. And if you do this, once it's dried, starts to dry clear, it will act just like a glue dot, and you won't have as much wiggle room capability with your piece you're gluing, but it does stick really well and won't slide around unexpectedly. So I keep this handy on my desk at all times. Also holds my roll of glue dots around the edge, so that's as well neat to have. So there is that, my words I'm going to put on with dimensionals. And again, you can notice maybe that I am using every bit possible off of one of these sheets. Don't throw out the edges, they are still valuable adhesives, and you can still adhere lots and lots of pieces with them. So we will clean that up later. So like my other card, I will just attach that kind of over there. My heart now, I don't see it turning clear, but I am going to put it on anyway because I'm ready for it. And sometimes I put it at an angle, sometimes straight. I think this one I'll put at an angle. And there is another card ready for birthday, anniversary, Valentine's, which is coming up here shortly this time of year. So that's the one I made there. I did make a different one, just a little bit different design. This one is for Valentine's, and I will just write in it, but you can see how quick and easy that card comes together. And I will list for you all of the projects used. So thanks for joining me, and hopefully you'll find some use for that shiny paper for yourself. Take care.